Hello, everybody, and welcome back for another episode of your favorite podcast, my favorite podcast ever. You know the name. It goes by the name of Arcade Parlor. Woo!
Ooh, that was good. That was
big,
good.
Big
Woo!
claps. I just imagine everybody who's watching us live is just like going crazy right now, just
They
like
are clapping
losing
away.
their minds. Cops are getting called. There's just it's just going crazy right now because that's what's going on here.
Sounds like a stadium out there. It's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome in to all of our listeners. We want to first thank you for tuning in today. If you're tuning in live, welcome. We want to say hello to you, as we already did a couple minutes ago, actually. But listeners don't need to know that. Welcome in, and we also want to thank our listeners for listening into this very special episode of Arcade Parlor. This is episode 33. Episode 33. Today's date is August 2nd. It is now 3:47 p.m. Eastern. And if you are listening at the actual release, you are listening as early as August 4th. So welcome in to episode 33. Episode 33. This is a special one. Ashley, this is whoa. I just said your name. No, I can't. Okay, hold on. We're going to back up a little bit. Back it up. I am your host, Poncho Taco. Also known as David. You guys know that. No surprise there. I got nothing here. I'm also joined by long-term co-host Ashley _ FL. Hello, Ashley.
Hello, Poncho Taco.
How are you doing? How are you doing on this lovely August tooth? I looked over at my notes when I instead of second, I have 2 TH. I have 2 TH because the last person we had, it was like on like 8th or something. So I forgot to change the ND. So it's just a tooth.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I think we should start calling it that. The tooth. The one.
It does. It makes sense.
The threeth. I think we should start doing that. I kind of like it. I kind of like it.
Stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Anyway, August tooth. How are you doing on this lovely day?
You know, what's so funny about you saying the tooth thing is that I'm thinking about the fact that it's the 33rd episode for us, right? Mm-hmm. It's 3 years. This is officially like this month is 3 years of Arcade Parlor, which is so crazy.
Since and one thing I've known,
since the conception, yeah, which is, and then you and me, we've been the consistency here, every episode, you and I, and I'm usually known for in the beginning. Do you remember when Tears of the Kingdom was going to come out, and every Arcade Parlor episode, I would say how many days until Tears of the Kingdom?
Mm-hmm.
You know, today. It has been 2 years, 2 months, and 22 days since Tears of the Kingdom released.
The big 2-2-2-2.
Tooth.
2. Wow.
I know. The
wow.
Tooth. I can't believe it.
I can say I did not know that. I can say I did not know that.
You're welcome. You are so welcome. We got Zelda news this week, which is so incredible. Can't wait to dive into that a little bit later. But we're still every episode there's been something Zelda to talk about, baby. I'm here for you.
Just about. There always seems to be. I mean, the podcast. We meet every month, and as much as there is, I mean, I guess it doesn't help that you like only play Zelda games. So like
whatever.
Of course Zelda's gonna come. We're like, oh, what games you playing? Oh, I'm playing Zelda. Yeah. That's it's naturally gonna come up probably like every single
I'm a Mario main. Come on. Let me keep telling myself I'm a Mario main, please.
Zelda at heart, though. Zelda at heart.
Big time Zelda at heart. I would be amiss if I did not talk about the weather in Florida, as we always do. It is 95 degrees Fahrenheit at the moment. It is humid, disgusting. Raining 1 minute, sunshine the next. Your favorite weather, Poncho Taco. You love humidity.
Mm-hmm. You know, I recently-ish dealt with humid weather. A couple months ago, a month and a half ago now, 1 month ago, I don't remember when it was. I was in Houston for a work trip. And here in Michigan, you know, we go in between. We don't get humid for very long, maybe like a day, and then it changes. But no, I was there, and I recently remembered, you know, Houston being relatively close to the coast and everything. I was reminded of how horrible it is to live in that area of the world.
It's not fun, kid. Let me tell you.
Yeah, no, it's not. It is not. Ashley, it's great to have you back for episode 33. This is a very special one. We've been talking about for a little while, as of a week ago, at least to all of you. This is the final episode of Arcade Parlor. It's a very, very special episode because you know what? You could be like, but it's ending. What the heck? I'm so sad. But you know what? We're here to celebrate. It's a very happy, exciting episode that we did. 33 episodes. You know, spanning over the course of exactly 3 years since episode 1 released.
It's been you and me the whole time.
Yeah, we are the consistent one. We've had a series of change-ups that's had to occur over the past 3 years, and the podcast is where it's at today. And we are excited to sit here and talk about the past 3 years of everything that we've done here. Kind of go over some fun moments. We have some stuff planned, but this is the final episode, and we're very excited that for those who are listening live or those who are tuning in at release, that you are here to listen to it with us as we reminisce about different things, as well as have a little bit of fun here. We're still having a normal episode, guys. We're still going to talk about the games we're playing. We're still doing normal stuff here. This is still Arcade Parlor at its core. And we're still giving you what you guys enjoy listening to here. Episode 33.
You know, Punch, I've been hearing echoes through the kingdom, if you will, saying, you know, the final episode, like, Punch and Ashley, are they okay? Is everything all right with the dynamic duo?
Well, the truth is, no, it's not. It's horrible. Ashley called me and she called me terrible things, and I'm angry, and it's over. It's over. It's just gone. And we're done. Just terrible things. I can't even repeat them. They're just so bad. No, for real. No, it's no. We didn't have a big fight or anything. Arcade Parlor. We'll talk about it here. Arcade Parlor is a passion project that I came up with. Oh man, several years ago, actually, concepted the idea of something. It'd be fun to. We talked about this in the past. Something that would be fun to do one day. You know, I've always enjoyed the podcast form of entertainment, form of whatever you want to call it. I've always enjoyed. I'm like, that'd be cool to, like, you know, do something like that someday. And you know, it's one of those things you don't know how do you even get started in that space. You know,
right?
Because like, sure, anybody can do it, but how many things are out there that nobody's listening to, you know? And it's like, okay, well, yeah, to a point, it's a passion project, but it doesn't. What's the return in any capacity on it, right? And so it was just kind of thing. I kind of just sat on it because there wasn't really any means. And then a couple of years ago, 2022.
Yeah.
We are, I should say, I concepted thought more about it, and came up with the idea of, hey, maybe now it can work. You know, been streaming for a year and a half at that point. A year, I don't even know. At that
Something
point,
like
and
that,
I was
yeah.
like, okay, you know, there's cool people out there. There's some people who tune in every once in a while to watch me. You know, people kind of know who I am. And I was like, oh, maybe now's a time to maybe do something about it a little bit, you know, because it's like there's a small audience. Okay, maybe it could do something. So, and that's when shortly after, you know, I talked to my wife and I was like, hey, I kind of want to do something like this. And so we kind of figured out possibly what a schedule could look like, stuff like that. So once that was concepted in scheduling and possibly making it work out, that's when I came to you, Ashley. No.
Well,
Back that up.
back it up, kid,
Back it up.
almost.
I actually went to Bleachy B first. I was like, hey, I was like, hey, Bleach. Do you I was like, hey, would you mind? I have this idea, you know, and I was like, hey, what if we, you know, built something here, you know? And he was excited for it. He did give me the one thing that said, you know, I won't be able to do this long term though. So when we went into it, we knew that he was not going to be here long term, but nonetheless, wouldn't have changed anything. Absolutely wanted it to start the way it did. So we knew that going into it. And then afterwards, I was like, okay, well, we can do two. Two can work, but what if we had three? Because, you know, three is an entertaining number when it comes to conversations and stuff frequently. So I was like, you know, let's see if there's a third person, you know. And I was like, I don't know if I want just a room full of dudes talking, you know. Let's add like a little different perspective, you know, a little different perspective,
energy.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, okay, who talks nonstop?
Wow.
And of course, the first person, I was like, all right, we're gonna ask Ashley if she wants to be in there. So
wow.
So sure enough, I asked you, and of course you were on board. And I don't know if you before we go any further, I don't know if you want to say anything. Like what was going through your head at that time, stuff like that.
You know, this talks a lot. I surely do want to say something. I remember you had approached me and said like, hey, I've had this passion project idea for a long time to do a podcast, and I don't know if you're interested in podcasts like that, but I have Bleachy on board, and I wanted to know if you would be interested in doing it too. I mean, I'm not a big podcast listener myself. I've listened more to my own podcast, to our podcast, than I have any other podcast in my entire life. But I was just so excited to like at the prospect, if I'm just being honest with you, of working with you and Bleachy. I was just so excited like to just do regular content with my two besties. And you know, I was totally on board, and I said yes right away. There was no need to think about it. I was like, yep, doing podcasting with my guys, absolutely. And then I asked you the iconic question: why did you pick me? I was like, why like did you ask me of all people? I was so curious, and you were like, well, we needed a girl.
Yep.
Needed a token female. And the nicer way that you said it before was you said, I'll never forget, you said you can carry any conversation. That was your nice way of telling me that I talk a lot.
which is kind of important for this type of media, is being able to talk, even if there's like potentially, you know, one of the things we talked about in the past is when you're podcasting, especially me as the host, the one thing that makes you like I don't know, I don't know if scared is the right thing, but makes you semi anxious is the potential dead air moment, which when you're conducting something, dead air seems like an eternity, even if it's only like half, like 1 second or something. If nobody's speaking up, it's like, as the host, I feel like, okay, I gotta add something, and I don't always have something at the forefront of my mind. It's like, okay, what are we gonna talk about next if nobody has anything additional to say after what I just said or something. So having that skill to kind of just keep going forward and talking about whatever is crucial for this type of medium.
Can I say too, like, this is the first time that it's just been 2 people on Arcade Parlor, the final episode, just you and me. Before, we've either had 3 hosts or it's been the 2 of us with a guest host. And
Yep.
I think that formula has been so great. But I always say when you invite somebody onto a podcast when there's a guest host on, these are all streamers that we've had on, every single one of them. And you just never know how somebody is gonna be off of, like, their camera and in a conversation pit instead. Because we like, obviously, we're ourselves, but we put on a show when we're streaming and, have our big personalities and we're in our own comfortable space, but when you're sitting, in a group of people and you're relying on each other to bounce off of each other, you just never know how other people are gonna be. Can I say in 3 years, we have never had a guest that wasn't, like, incredible. They have all been chatty, willing to talk, and, like, the one thing I always say offline how that I'm so proud of with Arcade Parlor is how every guest has spoken on our professionalism and how comfortable that they felt in our environment. I'm very proud of that.
It was pretty common for we always gathered about a half an hour beforehand. And oftentimes this is the first time we would ever actually speak with the guest face to face. That wasn't just text or one person's text, the other person is streaming or something like that. So
Right.
oftentimes the first time we actually spoke with our voices to each other was in the 30 minutes building up to the episode.
Mhm.
And I would say almost like half the guests would always, about 50% would be like, I'm not a super talkative person. They'd be a little concerned going into like, I'm not the most talkative person. And we would all, we'd always be like, oh, don't worry. We're going to get you talking. And yeah, we got you. Don't worry. That's on us to get you talking. You just sit back, feel free to chime in when we're not directly addressing you. We'll get you talking. And sure enough, 9 times out of 10 times out of 10, they were already talking before we even like addressed them or anything. Like they just started to fit right in. Yep. Yeah.
We also never ever had a guest turn us down that we offered Arcade Parlor.
We've only had asked for a slight delay of like a month or 2, but we've never, you're correct. We've never had somebody just say nope. Everybody was very eager to get on here and just have some fun for a couple hours.
See, that's I'm so thankful for you, not just like you, like just that you've carried this in such a beautiful way. Like just like all we have like backup on backup, like for those who like can't see behind the scenes, like we have backup recordings on top of backup recordings, like and just like different things that we do in like a professional space that I think like people don't really expect from something like this. So yeah, I have to say, like as silly as we get on this podcast, I'm so proud of the professionalism that we've had over the last 3 years.
Yeah, the production here is actually, there's actually a lot that does go into production here. We do have a lot of backups. We have the highest quality initial recording that we all record on our own computers individually. And then only one time I can think of somebody had a corrupted file, which we had to scramble for the last second. Luckily, we had our backups, like you said, backups on backups that were, stored in cloud areas that were easily able to be retrieved so that we could make do and definitely put something out there. Yeah, there's it's quite the production over the years that we've streamlined to a point where it's almost simple.
Well, we streamlined after like the first 6 months in a certain way. I didn't have to fight for this, but I requested a little change, if you remember. I want to say it was probably 6 months in where I said, "Hey, before we put the episodes out, I would like to personally review each episode, pre-listen to it, send you every little nuance, every little edit, every little thing for you." The reason being, we had a couple oopsies in the beginning.
Yeah, we definitely have.
I mean, no project comes without its imperfections, and we had 3 oopsies. We had 3 oopsies, one of which was my fault. But do you remember the 3 cuts? There's 3 cuts of Arcade Parlor specifically that made it on air that we had to fix our little oopsie after.
Yep.
after they aired.
I'm gonna guess these, and then I'll explain on the technical end how this even happened. But no, we had first off, we had an infamous thing that as we were about to be recording, I already saw people in the chat requesting hashtag release the bleachy cut. Hashtag release the bleachy cut. There is one of the maybe like episode 2. I think it was like our first. We released it, and there was the intro that started playing, and then it was just silent, and then suddenly all you hear was Bleachy say, "Arcade Parlor," and then you'd be quiet for a little while, then you hear him go, yeah. And it was the episode that got published was everything was muted except for his audio track.
It was only Bleachy's voice the whole time.
Yep. We that did get published. That was like episode 2, and then we had to quickly correct it. The other one, there was an Ashley cut that was very similar, same exact scenario. And then if I remember right, this one's a little bit more unconventional, but there was the Lucy cut.
The puppy cut.
The puppy cut is what we called it. Okay.
As it was so lovingly. Was so we had the bleachy cut was the first one. That's the infamous one where we only released Bleach's audio. A couple months later, only my audio was released. And these were quick fixes. Like Poncho's a genius and fixes it in 2 seconds somehow to all the platforms, and it goes out. The puppy cut was before I upgraded my whole audio setup here, and like I was relying on like muting myself, I think in Discord, not realizing I wasn't muting myself in my recording.
Mm-hmm.
I have a dog that not my dog Lucy, my dog Daisy, who is so deaf. She's gonna be 16 next week, so she's an older dog. So I have to yell to her for her to hear me. I don't remember if she was like biting her paw or whatever she was doing, but I'm like, Daisy, stop! Like, and I sound like I'm screaming at my dogs because I'm yelling across the room. Dude, my dogs are like my universe. So I was like, everyone's gonna think I'm mean to my dogs because I was yelling at Daisy, stop licking her paw or something. I think like 3 people heard it or something.
Yeah, it was seriously like I don't remember what the specific episode or anything, but it would just be like maybe myself, the guest that we had, and Bleach just talking like normally, just talking, and then like suddenly we just hear like, Daisy, stop it! We just hear something like that. Be like, oh. But we didn't hear it because it was muted in Discord. It was just this loud shout.
Right, but it was on the recording. And thank God somebody said something. They were like, oh my God, Ashley, like you're just yelling at your dog in the middle of the episode. I'm like, what? So we had the Bleachy cut, the Ashley cut, and the puppy cut.
Yeah, all
fixed.
And those the puppy cut was that was its own unique thing. But the other ones were, it's one of those things, you're when you're editing the podcast, when you have your the audio editing program open, sometimes you mute all audio lanes or all audio tracks except for one that you're specifically working on. And usually it was like, okay, like the Bleachy cut, I was like, okay, there's some weird background noise. I gotta, adjust some levels here to remove that while also boosting his audio. And then hopefully, and then working on it so it doesn't distort. And so I would have everything muted, and then it would sound good. Be like, okay, export. It's all good. We're getting. And then I would forget to unmute the other tracks. Sometimes it's like, okay, great. So I would export it, as a single audio track, upload it, and then it was like, oh, okay. But that's a lesson. Don't ever delete your projects. Even on release day, because sometimes you have a production issue you didn't realize, and you can go back and as quickly as easy as unmuting 2 audio tracks and then resubmitting.
Mm-hmm. And from that day on, I listened to every Arcade Parlor episode, and I was like, "Hey, little Poncho, at 1 hour and 2 minutes, the guest coughs," but it made our episodes so pro, even more pro than they already were. So.
And this would usually, we usually release our episodes on Mondays at 7 a.m. Eastern. This would occur during Sunday evenings. is when you would do it. And then I would usually end my stream, about midnight. So technically Monday morning for me. And then I would have a couple notes from you, some with timestamps and like what to roughly kind of look out for. And then I would go back in and just edit out just a couple. It was never a lot, but just a here and there, little things here and there. And then we would publish, put the title on it, put the description out, and then ship it for 7 a.m. And that was our production process. And it worked.
Yeah.
It worked for 3 years.
No complaints.
So a little pulling the curtain back, final episode. We'll pull the curtain back a little bit. Let you guys know a little bit about some of the things of how this thing works, how goof ups happen. No matter when you're prepared for anything, goof ups happen in any type of production scenario.
One thing too, like to pull the curtain back a little further is I think we may have sprinkled like some mention of this over the last 3 years, but we prepare nothing. We don't tell the guests anything we're going to talk about. We don't tell each other anything we're going to talk about. So like every episode of the podcast, we have like a very bare bones outline that Poncho created in the beginning of just like, we're going to talk about games we're playing. We're going to have banter at this portion. And that's it. So that everything we've ever talked about on this podcast has come completely naturally. Like just, it's been completely natural conversation, naturally guided by your host Poncho Taco. And I think that is the best formula ever.
The only thing we would have occasionally planned out ahead of time would be like, hey, I have a game for you guys. And you guys would have no idea what the game was. And I'd be like,
yep,
just wait. Because it'd be, we want honest reactions.
Yeah.
We don't want any previous research into possible answers and stuff. Be like, hey, I got a game for you guys today. And
love it.
Nobody would have any idea what it was until it got brought up. So the whole Arcade Parlor was a very organic conversation. Like you said, we had a very bare bones 5-point. Here's the rough outline of an episode. Intros, banter, games we're playing, voicemails, roundtable, self promo. That's it. That's literally our timeline for our entire timeline for every single episode.
Love it. It's worked perfectly.
Yeah, it has. It's worked great for 3 years, 3 entire years. Go ahead.
Do you remember the first episode of Arcade Parlor?
I do. Do you remember the name of the first episode?
Yeah, I think. Oh no! Wait. I think number 2 was
not the trailer, but yeah, it was our first episode. It did not have a guest.
Steaming pile of poop.
That's
Is that what it was?
Yep. Steaming pile of poop was our very first episode.
I hated that name.
It was only you, me, and Bleach on that one.
Yeah.
And the reason we had steaming pile of poop, let me pull this up here. I want to make sure I have this correct here. God. Steaming pile of poop was on a scale of 1 through 10. We developed our very first episode. We developed a rating system called the Official Arcade Parlor Rating System, also known as OPR, the OPR system, scale. OAPR system. And I'm going to run you guys through this to jog your memory a little bit for those who've been here the long term. Is we came up with a 1 through 10. Like if you were to rate something, and somebody, if I was say, what would you rate that out of 10? And they would say, oh, I'll give it like a 6. I'd be like, okay, well, let's go OPR that. Let's see what was that considered on the OPR system. We had different terms for each thing. Let me run through this. We had at number 10, we had God tier. If anything was rated a number 10, it was considered God tier. If somebody said it was at number 9, we were considering that, okay, that's the surprise onion ring in the French fries.
Huge moment. Like, that's a big deal.
Like,
big deal.
I don't know about a lot of our listeners, but for me, I don't really want to order just a thing of onion rings. I want French fries, but if the fries come with a surprise onion ring in the fries box, that makes my day right there. The surprise onion ring is way better than a big box of onion rings.
Massive win right there.
It's the best tasting one. So that was a 9. That was a 9 out of 10. Number 8 was Me and Joy, which is that's a meme. That's a Twitch meme from several years ago. That I don't even see all that often these days, to be honest. But it was a meme at the time.
Check W Me and Joy everywhere.
Yeah, I do see it at times. I do see it at times. Yep. Number 7, and you came up with number 7, by the way.
I'm not proud of this at all. I hate bathroom talk. I'm so not proud of this.
The number 7 was the clean wipe.
Disgusting.
I mean, but it's an amazing moment when it occurs. The clean wipe that Ashley came up with is
Shut up.
I'm just saying how it is. It's when you're using the restroom and you're finished and you go to clean up yourself, and surprise, there's nothing to clean up. It's just, wow, I'm done.
Clean wipe.
It's the clean wipe. Nothing's there. That's a 7 out of 10 experience right there.
I'm a girl. I would never know what that even is like, but I've heard of it from the men folk. Thought it would be a great one for number 7.
Number 6 was I'm raising an eyebrow now because it's beginning to pique your interest. A 5 is average. 6, it's like, oh,
all right.
Okay,
I see you.
I'm raising an eyebrow now. Number 5 was an eggplant.
It's just there.
Yeah, it doesn't really mean anything. It's just something that exists. You're not sure if you like it. You're not sure if you love it. It's just there. It's at the grocery store. You kind of pick it up and you put it back down, and then you go buy something else.
Yes.
Number 4 was just a simple gray sheet of paper. I think Bleach came up with this one. Just a gray sheet of paper.
That's it. That's all it is.
Very boring, below average.
That's
number
the worst
3
thing that happened to your day.
Yes. Number 3 was a dumpster fire. This is if it's a 3 out of 10, it's a dumpster fire. If it's a number 2, Absolutely. It's a snooze fest. You're going to fall asleep.
I think that was mine. Little snooze fest there.
And then number 1 is what we named our very first episode after this. Yeah, I told you this is going to come back. This is going to come back around in a second.
Oh, yes. The old comeback.
The number 1, if something was rated a 1 out of 10, we considered it to be a steaming pile of poop. And that brings us back to the very episode 1. That's what we named it. We had a trailer. And then we had our very first episode, which was this.
Can we also say that we spent so much of episode 1 coming up with the Oprah scale, the official Arcade Parlor rating scale? We did not once use it on Arcade Parlor.
It was used in my stream. It's used in my stream almost daily.
Still used in your stream as a meme in your stream. Yep. We have not one single time used the Oprah scale to rate anything on this podcast. Not us, and which I think is the funniest thing ever.
That's true. Like I said, it gets referenced on my stream almost every time. At least once every stream. But it never actually carried further into AP, which is kind of funny. That was half the first episode. Our first episode is it's actually probably the shortest. I think it was like an hour 15, maybe.
Oh yeah.
We were just getting used to the whole podcasting thing, and we didn't have a guest, so it was just the 3 of us. So we're like, okay, let's do this. All right, goodbye. And then after that is when we established we were going to start aiming for 2 hours, to ensure that the guest had the proper time to talk about themselves. We could learn more about them through that, as well as giving them the opportunity to promo, themselves. That was always our goal here. Is when we have guests on here, we like the people that we have on here, and we want you to go check them out because they are cool people. And we want to give them that opportunity, of course, to, have a moment to be like, hey, this is what I do. Here's where I'm at. Here's when you can find me, stuff like that.
Sure. We've had some very iconic guests on, like, just like thinking back, like there's just like certain ones that like when I think about them, there's like one thing I think about. Like I'll give you an example. Can I give you an example?
Yeah.
Tanuki Dan. What do you think about first thing?
You and your banana Slurpees.
The banana freaking ices that we literally We talked about for like 45 minutes. We talked about banana ices on that podcast. It is so freaking iconic. I will never forget that as long as he went into such great detail about really personal stuff.
Yeah.
And it was, honest to God, what an incredible episode that was. But literally you think about the Tanuki Dan episode and you're just like, banana ices. That's it.
Yep, 100%.
Or V-Swed.
I think of the him body slamming the one guy in Walmart
with his cucumber lime Gatorade.
Yep.
That started a movement in my channel, by the way. Like, a bunch of people went out and bought cucumber lime Gatorade after that episode. I still talk about it every time I go see him in his stream.
That's so good.
Oh, it was awesome.
That's so good. I remember when you and I. Okay, so let's go back pre-Arcade Parlor a little bit. Let's go back a little pre-Arcade Parlor.
Sure.
When before Arcade Parlor was even concepted anyway, you and I had to meet first, right? There was a time, believe it or not, where we didn't know each other existed. And going back a bit, I know we've both talked about this to a degree because we did have one episode where you and I were both the guests at the same time. I believe is our 2-year anniversary of podcasting. And we talked about, first time coming to Twitch, where we were and stuff. Well, a lot of people here, come from similar backgrounds to what I'm about to describe here, because that's just how the nature of these things kind of work. But I know you and I first saw each other's usernames in Slade's channel.
Yeah.
And then we would see each other periodically in maybe like smaller branches going from there. Right. Etc. So it all kind of started there. So it all started with us, watching Slade initially. And I remember when I started Arcade Parlor, I was like, Ashley, I'm going to get Slade on this one day. Because he kind of started everything, if you think he was the initial bud. And sure enough, episode, let me pull it up here. Episode number 25. We sure enough did have Slade the Bulge Man here for an entire episode, which was really, really exciting. Kind of like almost peak podcasting moment for sure for me.
I mean, we had to. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm just going to say it anyway. In the beginning of Arcade Parlor, we really had 2 dreams, and we made both of them come true. So it was number 1, having Slade on the podcast, which I want to continue talking about that. And do you know what number 2 was?
I don't remember now.
Bleach being the final guest.
All right. The final guest. Full circle.
Yeah, I know. I'm literally, I'm already fighting tears back right now. Just like thinking, trying so hard not to cry. Thinking about like that we met in Slade's stream. So many of the friends that we still have like years later of you and I streaming are from Slade's stream. I've
there's people in the live stream I see today that the first time I ever saw their name was over there.
Me too. If I look over right now, I'm already emotional because I see a bunch of people that I've literally known since I didn't even stream and just seeing them in Slade. But like you were one of my first friends on Twitch, and that's where I met everybody. I made it to, I know I've said this 100,000 times, but I made a Twitch account just to talk in Slade stream. I used to have him on my TV, and I was like, these people are cool. Like, I want to go talk to these people. So I just made a username. I made Ashley_FL, which was my username on everything. And little did I know I'd ever start streaming and be your friend. And I've been to your house, and I've held your children. I've eaten a meal your wife made, and that's all because of Slade. And the fact that I just remember it was our first episode, just you and I, and like that we had Slade on. This is a little too revealing, but I think you and I were just so excited that our first, the community we came from, our home base is both Slade, and the fact that we got to have him on something that we built together was pretty huge.
It was definitely peak moment for me, because that was something that we did say at the beginning. I was like, someday I'm gonna get him on here. We're gonna get him on here. And going back even a little earlier in this own episode here, we talked about we've never had somebody turn us down. We've had a delay. The only delay was Slade.
Just the only delay.
That was back when he was going into pilot school and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So it just wasn't a good time. But later we did he did leave it open, like, hey, contact me later. We'll see if we can work something out. And sure enough, we did. And we did have that episode.
It was amazing. I think that was the only time in Arcade Parlor history I ever felt like you were a little bit nervous. Honestly, just a little bit.
It's kind of funny because it's like it's one of those things where, like, it's one of those things where the person way more than they know you, which never happens in this. Right. So it was definitely a little odd. It's like, man, I got to watch what I'm going to say. This guy knows. I've said way too much crap in his channel before.
I know.
I've said way too much garbage in there. Yeah.
That's how you and I, like, I feel like that's how you and I became friends, is just from our dumb humor.
Yeah.
Just dumb humor. Just our 12-year-old brain.
Yep.
Stream.
Yep. Exactly.
Oh,
but yeah, no, that was definitely peak. If you have not checked out episode 25, it's a very special one for historical reasons or sentimental reasons, I guess, maybe more so. Episode 25, definitely check that one out. That was probably our actually most popular episode, honestly, as well, as far as listening records, because we get rough numbers of how many people download an episode, how many people actually listen to the episode. We do get relayed that type of metrics and stuff, as well as the live stream and stuff. That's something different. But we do get those metrics, and that was by far the most popular one, too, just because there's a lot of history. There's a lot of history from the people listening and stuff like that. That made that one happen. So that's pretty cool. And that episode is Call Me Daddy. Call Me Daddy.
Yes, Call Me Daddy. I just loved that one. It was so great. And he was so wonderful too. Like, it was just so natural to, like, talk to him. We all have so much history together. And it was so fun too. Recently you did a couple months ago, you did a 12-hour stream. I think it was for your 4-year stream anniversary. And
something like that, yeah.
You guys played Mount Your Friends, and you invited me to play too. So it was like a little reunion. It was so cute.
Yeah, we did that. We did do that for about an hour and a half or something like that. That was
very fun. That
was a lot of fun for sure. Going back to all of our episodes, I thought it'd be kind of fun. We did say that we don't normally prepare anything. I did give you a little warning that, hey, I have a game here today, a little game here. And I want to see if you can put. There's only like a couple of these. We're not going to go through all of them. Just a handful of these. I'm going to see if you can put the guest to the episode name.
Okay.
I'm going to see if you can. I'm just going to pick out some ones here. I'm going to see if you can put. If I say this episode featured, this episode's name was blank. Going to see if you can guess who the guest was that we had on that episode.
All right. I did not prepare for this in any way, shape, or form. This is completely organic, and I'll do my. I listened back to all our episodes, so I think I'm going to do pretty good.
All right. Let's see. And for anybody wanting to know, these titles that I'm about to read out, these are all quotes from inside the episode. When we would title our episodes, we would pick some strange out of context quote, and that was just the title of the episode. Featuring so and so. So let's see here. I'm going to give you the first one here. Let's see if you can figure this one out. This one is titled, "I've always wanted puppets with my dinner."
I know, it's Waffle Smacker.
It was Waffle Smacker. You are correct.
Waffle.
That was because, as you guys know, we had Waffle Smacker on here, which was a very, very unique episode because he resides in Japan, and we had to do very odd timing on our part to make it work because there's such a time zone difference. One of the few times we actually had to change our recording time.
Yep.
And there was, Japan and the culture they have over there. They have some interesting restaurants and interesting entertainment, stuff like that you don't see in the Western side that often. And
Right.
this was in reference to a restaurant there, which was more like almost somebody's house that you would go into. And he would dress up like a frog and hop around while you ate your dinner.
I want to go. I'm just saying, if I got invited, I'm going.
Yes. This was because I had to ask him about it, because I was like, I was listening to another podcast and they were talking about it. I was like, this is the weirdest thing. I was like, I got to find out if he knows about this. And he had not, but we looked up on stream and he was like, okay. He's like, or on the recording, he was looking, he was like, okay, this doesn't surprise me in the slightest that this exists out here.
What an iconic episode. He had just been in like some popular magazine that did like
It
that
was just about to publish. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It was just about to publish because he had won some like Pokemon contest when he was a kid, and like they found him like 20 years later or 30 years later and wanted to interview him. Like so cool. But like we, honest to God, like we weren't as close with Waffle Smacker back then, and I like now like I look back and I like he's like such a dear friend to like our streams. I love Waffle.
He's a cool dude. Absolutely.
He's done big things, and he's about to be a daddy.
Yes, he is. Yeah, that's coming up in probably like 6-ish months or so at this point, I would think. Maybe even less.
Yeah,
probably less.
She's preggo.
That is episode 21. If anybody wants to listen to that one specifically, very entertaining. If you want to learn about more about Japanese culture from somebody who actually resides there, you can learn a lot about Japan in that episode. Some fun things as well about Waffle Smacker himself, of course. All right. Let me see. Another episode. Okay. Let's try this one. The episode title, one word, Vampirates.
That's Mighty Mouse.
That is Mr. Mighty Mouse.
Our first double guest.
Yep. That was the first time we had him. This was episode 13. Episode 13. So, the first third of recording, really. Vampirates. I don't even remember what that was in. It's something to do with Vampire Survivors. I'm just guessing. I don't know.
I believe so.
Okay, I'm trying to remember the context of that. It was funny in the moment, but I can't remember everything that was going on there. That was right after he had been at GDQ, speed running Grand Poo World 3, though. Live on the stage, Barb, the creator of the hack, sitting behind him with Grand Pooh Bear, and they were talking and giving the commentary while he was playing through it. If you have not listened to that episode, that is episode 13, where you can learn a lot about behind the scenes of GDQ, as well as some good stuff about Mr. Mighty Mouse himself, too.
And on that episode, he did get to talk to us about the iconic, they cut his time. He was done. And they were like, he was like, I'm going one more life. And he was about to not beat the final boss because time was cut off. And he was telling us the details of them like yelling in his ear, like, bro, you are done after this life.
This is it. You got to get off the stage.
Last life clutched, finishing Grand Poo World 3 at GDQ. One of the most epic moments. If you guys want to hear about all the behind the scenes, what they were saying in his ear, definitely go listen to that one. What an awesome episode that was.
Yep. Again, that is episode 13. If you have your RSS feeds, your podcast apps, or on the YouTube channel, it's all in order. Episode 13, you can find it there.
If before we move on, I could give a little sip of tea to the people, because I feel like this has been really cool, this episode where we're kind of just like revealing like our Arcade Parlor like little secrets.
Yeah.
Mighty Mouse, the first double guest we've ever had, the first time we've ever had a guest on twice was Mr. Mighty Mouse. And both times he was on the podcast, we had talked about having him on for months, and even the second time having him back on because we just love him so much. He was the most last minute guest booking for us ever. I'm talking like the day before or something like that. We were like, you know what? We're actually guest list this month, and which we've done plenty of guest list episodes, but we're like, are you free? And he's like, heck yeah, I'm free. I'll come on anytime. Cool. Thanks, Mighty
Yeah.
Mouse.
He was ready to go.
He's awesome.
It was another fantastic episode on him. He was a great guest. Absolutely great guest. Everybody is on this list. I'm not picking any in any particular order. I'm just going off of what I think. I'm just going off what I think titles could be a little tricky. Honestly, is all that I'm going for.
Let's give me a juicy one.
All right, let's see. I am gonna go. Okay, that one's way too easy. I'll tell you what it is in a minute, but it was way too easy. But we have to talk about that episode because it's amazing. Let's go with maybe two more. Let's do two more here.
All right.
Let's choose. Okay, we're gonna choose this one. That's a better word than crappy.
I know this. I feel bad. Like I know.
Say that again.
Is it Sherby?
It is Sherby.
Yeah, Sherby.
Yep, that was back on episode 4. Episode 4, we had Sherby on there. He had just been partnered on Twitch like a month prior, a couple weeks prior. I don't remember what it was.
I think it was 2 weeks prior.
It was very recently. Yeah, absolutely. And we were very excited to get him on here, and he came on here and he didn't have any hair. If you remember, he's always known for his longer curly hair. And he had buzzed it off because I think from what memory serves me, he always had a thing that if he ever got partnered, he would buzz his hair on stream or something like that. And it finally happened, and we had him on here. And I just want to say that he doesn't stream anymore because family and real life things have prevented him from doing so, which more power to him, of course. But it was fun trying to schedule that because he's got a very busy life. He has like 25 kids, and he has like 4 or 5 children or something like that. Yeah. So if memory serves me right, and it was just difficult just from that perspective, just scheduling, because on a Saturday when people have young kids, it's hard to take people away from their family. On a Saturday when it's like typically that's the one day a week, kids are off school. And it's sometimes it can be hard to do something like that, especially when we're not like, hey, we're not here to like give under the table send you like $100 to be with us or something like that. We're not paying anybody. Everybody's just here on their own. Like, yeah, I want to do this. So we can't offer anything monetary, but so it makes it a little difficult with situations like that. But we were able to work it out.
Sherby was the first already partnered streamer we ever had on the podcast. And I remember like after we ended the episode, I was like, he had no business being on our brand new podcast with like us as babies back then. And I'm not going to say he did us a favor. He was so excited to be on. But like his episode, if you've never heard it, is such an incredible look into somebody who is attempting full-time streaming and like the difficulties of it. He was so candid and so honest in such a positive way. It's an incredible listen if you've never heard that episode before. I do still see him. He is on Twitch hanging out. I'll see him in like DGR Dave's stream all the time and stuff like that. Sherby's a great guy. He really is. So if you never checked out episode 4, definitely give that one a listen.
Yeah, definitely. If you want to hear like the real kind of behind the scenes of what it's like, trying to go full time, and surprise, when anybody of any size goes stream, hits go live, they don't make $1 million immediately with everything coming in. That does not happen. And it was very cool to see somebody open up about some of that stuff. So again, that is episode 4. What a great episode. What a great episode.
Yeah.
This is the one previously. I was going to say this one's way too well. No, I'm going to save that one because I want to talk about this episode. We'll do one more. We'll do one more. Sure. We'll do one more. Let's go with that's too easy. That's too easy. I'm trying to find one that might be a little
a juicy one.
Yeah, man, some of these names are incredible that we had here. We really had some really great names. Okay, let's go. Round. Man, some of the only ones left are such iconic names. I don't think they. Okay, here's one.
Okay.
This episode was called "Straight into the Trash."
Was it Bleachy?
It was not. This is
it?
this is a tricky one. It's you'll know this right away when I give this in. It's the only non-streamer we've ever had as a guest.
Missouri.
Yes, Missouri. I knew that would be a tricky one. When I saw the name, I was like, I got to choose this one.
Wait, but I remember why that was the name now, because we did the Halloween candy tier list.
That's right. What did we say went straight into the trash? There was a...
Wait, I have it. I actually have it.
Okay.
I have the tier list. I have it in front of me.
There was a controversial food that I don't know if I just said it or maybe Bleach said it. Just like, no, that just goes straight into the trash. That's garbage.
Okay. The first, so we have straight into the trash. There's an apple.
Okay, yeah. Nobody wants an apple on Halloween. Come on. Good
and plenty.
Okay, good and plenty's. Yeah.
Nasty candy. Don't come at me. There's Necco wafers.
Yeah. Chalk.
Gross. Fun. Wait, why is Fun Dip in here?
I don't remember. I agree with the sentiment. Those are gross. It's just licking the same thing. It's just gross and soggy. And just putting it back in your mouth repeatedly. It's gross.
There's fireballs and hot tamales.
Those are all straight into the trash still?
Yeah, we're straight into the trash right now. They're along with the Fun Dip, there's pixie sticks.
Now keep in mind, when we made this list, there was compromising going on. There was things like, okay, I will allow this to go into the trash if this one stays at least at a C level, whatever the C was, or something like that. There was compromise. So like for me, fireballs, I don't think deserve to be straight in the trash, but there was probably a compromise. I was like, okay, well, that can go straight in the trash if this other candy can at least be pushed up and not be in the trash.
Other mentions for this one are Almond Joys, Sweet Tarts, Runts, Nerds, which I'm surprised about, Dots, and Bubblegum. Straight into the
fun episode. That was building up to Halloween, and we did like you said, we did a Halloween ranking contest of that, and that was kind of a fun episode. That was our true first episode with a guest of any sort, and we have Missouri on here. If anybody who's at all familiar with Slade would know this name, and it was fun because we had her on, and she had done like previous interviews with like Kit Boga. For anybody who's familiar with Kit Boga, very large streamer who, scammers, if you will. And she actually did an interview with him for some college type thing. So it was really fun to kind of listen to a bunch of that stuff, as well as some other kind of behind the scenes stuff that goes on with some other streamers and stuff like that, like on the more business side. So that's a fun episode. That's episode 2, our very first time having a guest on here. And we were still kind of like, we don't know what we're doing on this podcast at that point.
We're babies.
Yeah, we were just trying, audio quality isn't where it is today.
I apologize for my audio in the first episode.
Yeah. And that's one thing that's so important about a podcast is, audio. Yeah. It's
I upgraded eventually.
There was a lot of post-production to make things work better and sound better too. There was a lot of magic that had to be worked out behind the scenes. All right, so that's kind of the game I wanted to do. One thing though, I wanted to bring up one specific episode. I wasn't going to say this one because it's way too easy for you to guess. The episode was called "I Am Very Excited." Take a big guess who that is. Yeah, take a big guess. Another person we've had on here twice.
2 times.
Yep, I would say it's the only other person, but there is technically another person that we've had on here multiple times. Our last guess. But Chess was one of our early guests, and he was he was in this is Chess_WC to clarify. Twitch streamer, drummer, chess player, believe it or not, he plays chess also. And he was I love Chess. He's a great guy. I still I rate him when I can. And he's always popping in by us and stuff. He's a very nice guy.
He's my number 1 raid target. Always.
Yep.
Love him.
If he's online, unless I've rated him just previously, I'm aiming for him. Mm-hmm. He was great. No problems talking. He has a lot to say. And one thing I remember, and this was something we never talked about, we never rehearsed that we were going to do this. Something that he does in his stream with a channel point redemption was if you redeem this expensive channel point, he would play My Heart Goes On.
My Heart Will Go On.
My Heart Will Go On. Thank you. My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion on his recorder. You guys remember the recorder from 4th grade, right? The recorder that you all had to play hot cross buns on as a as a class. Then you do it in a round, and you thought it was so cool back then. But he had a recorder, and he would play "My Heart Will Go On," and we and just impromptu. This was not planned, except for in the moment. I was like, "Hey, how about you play it for us right here
right
on stream,
right here, right
and
now,
without skipping a beat." He picked up his recorder and he played the whole thing. We're cracking up. We're dying. He keeps a straight face the entire time and plays the song. I don't know how he did it without like bursting out laughing, but he plays the entire song on his recorder live in our recording. And it's in the recording today. I will say it might hurt your ears a little bit because it's a recorder, but it is incredible. The comedic timing is amazing there. You got to check out that episode if you have not checked it out. You have to check out that episode. And that episode was hold on, what was it? It was episode 6.
I actually knew it was episode 6. That was back before we started recording these live. So we would record them ourselves and there was no like video to show people. And when I tell you, like, Ponch made the suggestion on the complete fly. We had no idea he was going to say this. So it just kind of happened. And it was the most fluid motion. He just goes, "Oh yeah." And just like, as if he knew it was going to happen, pulls the recorder out from next to him and just goes like no time.
He went hard.
He went so hard.
My favorite is halfway through. He says, "Key change." And then he changes the key up a little bit and then goes right back in.
He did. Oh my god, I forgot about that. And then we had him do it again the next time he came on. He played it again.
He was on recently, just a couple episodes ago, really. We had him back on in episode 30. So just 3 episodes prior, as a returnee, because we love Chess. We always said, like, hey, we want to have Chess back on here one day when the timing makes sense. And it just made sense to have him on again at episode 30. And we were absolutely thrilled to have him back on.
Absolutely. That's a good guy right there.
Thrilled. Yep. So that's just a little history of Arcade Parlor. I do encourage if you're newer and you haven't had a chance to go back, definitely go through. All of them do have labeled, streamers on them. Definitely listen to the streamers you love. Listen to all the episodes. They're all great. There's not a single.
Plenty to go back and listen to.
Yeah, they're all great. This is the dead air. This is the dead air moment right here.
No, not dead air. It's because I think we both know that we have to talk about the impending doom.
Yeah, we talk. Let's talk about it. Arcade Parlor, 3 years. Why is it ending? Why is it ending? Ashley and I aren't at each other's throats. We don't hate each other.
A big fight.
Yeah, we're not banning each other. Why is it? Why is it? After 3 years, is it going to? Why is this the final episode? And really, the thing comes down to is availability. Availability is becoming very difficult, specifically on my part. I'm a dad. I work full time. I also stream minimum 15 hours a week. Minimum
4 nights a week.
Yeah, 4 nights a week, 3 to 4 hours each. Yep. And as my kids are starting, my oldest is just about to start entering school. It makes weekends difficult because as the time that just works for this is on weekends, because you and I were busy on the weekdays. We have our own streams going on, amongst other things, of course, too. We both work full time during the day. It's not like we can just take every Tuesday afternoon at 1:00 to record a 2 hour, spend 3 hours getting ready and then recording all in that time. So really it just comes down to availability, as my kids are getting older, they are, beginning school, and it's just like, it's difficult, but it's also, family. I got to make time. Having them go to school, which I am so excited for her to go to school. She is beyond ready. She is so excited. I'm so excited for her. That's coming up very quickly. But just that, it just, further limits the time that I have to be with family and stuff like that. So really, it's coming down just to an availability thing. We've been at this for 3 whole years, 3 consistent years. It's been a fantastic time, a lot of highs throughout the past couple of years, but it is at that time, or at this point, I feel like the chapter is kind of starting to dwindle, and it's like, you know what, well, let's schedule this, and let's do a final episode when we still have the time to do it. And that's really the whole reason that Arcade Parlor, it's just kind of time. We put 3 years into this. 3 years into this, had a great time. It doesn't feel at all like a waste of time to any degree. To me, I know to you, it doesn't spend, and to our listeners too, I know they've enjoyed this as well. It's just one of those things, it's unfortunately, not all good things can just go on forever. Sometimes other things come up that aren't bad either. It's just how life is, and it's what it is.
I think to pull the curtain back, as we have been all this whole time, we've been talking about Parlor for the better part of a year. And just the fact that you kind of knew that, when your oldest was going to be going into kindergarten, that you probably weren't going to have a lot of time. And you work full time, you stream 4 nights a week, and you're a dad and an incredible husband and friend. I work full time and I stream full time, and and do the podcast and all the other outside thing I do. My stream book clubs, and just it's a lot. I do a lot. And we've both made a lot of sacrifices and stuff to make Arcade Parlor happen. And I feel like, what better way to go out than on top? We've done everything we have set out to do. We've had incredible guests that, like, if 3 years ago, if you told me, that the Space Vixen was going to be on our stream, on our podcast, or Slade or V Sweat, I would have been like, there's no way. Dan G88, Paco, like, I can't believe that, like, these incredible people have taken the time to sit down and talk to us. Um, and I, like, of course, like, I will so sorely miss this, like, in such a big way. Um, not just like the podcasting and the incredible guests and everything. It does take a lot of planning and stuff, and getting the guests on and everything. Like, it takes a lot more work than it probably even seems. But I will definitely miss just like knowing that I'm gonna be regularly making monthly content with my best friend. That will be, oh, I don't want to cry. That will be very tough for me to, like, miss, like, that monthly touch point. That'll probably be, like, the toughest thing that I'll miss the most. But I'm so thankful that we've had these last 3 years.
Yeah.
It's been so much fun. It really has. It's just not been
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when we started, it was I don't know how long this is going to go for. We could get
Yeah.
2 episodes in and be like, oh, nobody wants to be on here. We didn't know. We were just like, we're going out in faith that, hey, we're going to get some people on here at some point, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't know. But I mean, I think in and of itself, 3 years is quite an accomplishment to, do what we've done. I mean, how many times have, when you look at our own lives, have we started a project up or a hobby, and then it falls to the wayside, in less than a week, a month, stuff like that. And the fact that we've been able to keep this going for 3 years, I think, is an achievement and shows dedication that we both have to doing things that we want to.
That we set out to.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of us.
Yeah. We've done some cool stuff here. We've absolutely done some cool stuff here.
Oh, it's been you and me the whole time, kid.
I know. All the way from the trailer.
The
way from the teaser trailer.
Oh my goodness.
Not even the trailer we put out on the RSS feeds. There's an exclusive YouTube trailer that's only like 25 seconds long or something like that.
Yeah.
The announcement trailer. And then we did shortly later record a podcast trailer that you can find in the RSS feeds today. It's all the way at the bottom, which is a fun little, I don't know, 1 minute long thing that took us longer than I think it needed to get everything timed right in that. But that was a fun thing. If you want to listen to it, it's only a minute long, and it was just kind of a fun little thing.
Aw, I haven't thought about that in a long time.
Yep, it is.
We accomplished everything we set out to. You know, we were always so proud that no guest ever turned us down, and they never did in 3 years. We always said we just want the dream would be Slade, and he's on a year ago. We said the dream would be, wouldn't it be so great if when Bleach comes back from a 2-year mission trip where he's gone, that he announces he's back on Arcade Parlor, and it happened. And you and I secretly said our secret goal was, wouldn't it be so cool if we ended it with Bleachy being the final guest on Arcade Parlor, and we did it. We did everything we set out to do. We've had incredible friends who have been here every episode. We've had every dream guest we could ever think of. You know, from like friends to just like big streamers that we both admire. We did it.
We did it. We did exactly what we intended to do.
Very proud of us.
One thing that we've always intended to do, and we never had the chance to, because this is always a back burner thing. Mm-hmm. This was always a back burner thing that we had, that if we were with a guest and the guest maybe wasn't as talkative as we wanted to, and we were just like, okay, we still have 45 minutes to burn before because we would always aim for about 2 hours, right? We always aim for about 2 hours. We were always like, here's a back burner kind of game, right? Here's a back burner type of game that we could do that'll get everybody talking. The listeners are gonna have fun. And this has been a back burner thing we've had for like 2 years. It's been years we've had this on the back burner, just in case. Just in case we ever had to pull it out because we were just like, I don't know what else to do. We got to do something to fill the time here.
Yeah, we're always prepared, baby. Yep. You don't even know.
Which thankfully we never did. Like you said, everybody we've had on here, whether they were confident in themselves to be talkative, they were talkative.
Yeah.
Whether they meant to or did not mean to. They were all fantastic in their own ways. But we had a particular game. Ashley, do you want to kind of talk about this game and the little spin that you've actually created for it?
Sure. So a very long time ago, like my first year streaming, I had no camera, the worst equipment ever. And dear little Ponchi was there with me with like my 2 other viewers. And we would often talk about the fact that like I'm not very movie savvy, and I only owned 17 movies in my entire life. We've often referred to the 17 DVDs many, many times. And there was one night I did this stream, and I gave people like little hints. I let them guess what the 17 DVDs were. Well, those memories have been lost to time, of course. But there's this really fun game online called the Box Office Movie Game. And we've played it many times on Poncho Stream. It's very iconic over there. And there's little like things that you can have for like clues, and like which includes like the date the movie came out, the genre, the actors, the tagline, the gross the movie made, the distributor, the plot. So I made my own box office movie game with a few selections from the only movies that were so important to me that they were part of the only 17 DVDs I ever owned in my entire life. And I have a few of them here to see if Pancho Taco. Well, this was just a backup for 2 years that we had in case a guest wasn't talkative.
And we finally got to get it out. We got to get it out of us because it's been on the back burner. It's almost a meme at this point.
It really is. So I am ready to go. I'm ready to go. And here, so the things you have to choose from as far as information, you have the date, the genre, just like the box office movie game, the tagline, actor 1, actor 2, the gross, the distributor, and the plot.
Okay.
So I got 6 here. We don't have to do all 6, but let's see how you do.
Let's do one and we'll see how it goes. Let's do one and we see how it goes. All right. Go ahead and pick whichever one you want to do.
I picked one.
Okay. Let's start with the year or the date, I guess.
The date of release for this movie is June 15th, 2005.
Now, this is theatrical release, correct?
That is correct.
June 15th. What was the year?
2005.
2005.
Great year.
And I would have been 13. June. Is this a movie a 13-year-old should watch?
Sure.
Okay. All right. June. So summer of 2005. Summer of 2005.
Yeah.
I don't have. I don't remember 2005
you don't get to ask yes or
well.
no questions. You only get to ask the movie things.
That's a good point. That's a good point. 2005. Let's go with actor 1.
Oh, that's gonna give the whole thing away. Oh, maybe.
Let's see.
Actor 1 is Christian Bale.
This would be Batman Begins.
That is correct. It is Batman Begins.
There it is. Batman Begins. Fantastic film. Fantastic film.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Yes. All right, you want to go? Let's do another one. Let's do another one.
All right, I think. All right, I got another one for you. Let me know what you want.
Let's go with actor 2.
Actor 2. You want to do the date first?
Yeah, let's do date. Yeah, let's do date.
It gives you the date on the box office movie game. I think it gives you the date.
Yes, it does. By default.
The theatrical release of this was July 31st, 2001.
July 31st, 2001.
Correct. Yep.
Theatrical release.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I can think of, it wouldn't be Spider-Man. Spider-Man came out after. Yeah, no, that would have been later in the year. Yeah, give me actor 2. Let's see if we can get from a backup actor.
Actor 2 is Luke Wilson.
Luke Wilson. I can't even picture Luke Wilson in my head right now. Luke Wilson. I know I would recognize him. I've heard the name. I know I'd recognize him if I saw him, and I'd probably know the movie. 2001 though. Let's get
genre, tagline, plot.
Let's try tagline. We haven't done that yet.
Tagline: believing in yourself never goes out of style.
Believing in yourself never goes out of style.
Mm-hmm.
In 2001, believing in yourself never goes out of style.
Never.
So, sometimes I hear taglines and they're like loosely associated with the movie. I wonder if this one's, because sometimes you do see that and you're like, okay, yeah, there's an association there. You have to see the movie to in any way understand this.
Right.
I feel like this might be one of them, but I don't know. Maybe on the front. Luke Wilson. You're gonna have to give me actor 1. I don't have anything.
Actor 1 is Reese Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. This isn't like Legally Blonde, is it?
It is Legally Blonde.
Okay, there we go. I have never seen Legally Blonde. I have never seen it.
I just did a Discord movie night with it, and can I tell you that every male in that audience who had never seen it absolutely loved it. Loved it.
I'll have to put it on the list sometime. I have never had the. I've never seen it. But when you said Reese Witherspoon, I was like, okay, I can think of like 3 movies with her in. I was like, it's probably the biggest one, Legally Blonde.
There's one more we have to do. I'm sorry, you have to do a third one because I know you've seen this movie, and I really want you to get this one.
Okay. Let's hear the date.
February 8th of 2013.
2013, February 8th.
Yes.
And I have, you've stated I've seen this movie.
I'm quite positive you have seen this movie.
So you said February 13th.
February 8th of 2013.
Oh, February 8th. Okay. It is around Valentine's Day, but that doesn't mean anything.
You know, there's you can always reveal the genre.
Yeah, let's do genre. Is it rom-com?
The genre is comedy, crime, drama.
Comedy, So it's funny, crime, drama in
That is correct.
2013.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think of comedic, like 21 Jump Street was probably around that time. I don't think it's 21 Jump Street though, is it?
Yeah, you think that I owned it, and it is not 21
I
Jump
didn't
Street,
think you would
no.
own 21 Jump Street or
No, I
22 or
did not
whatever.
own it.
I don't know which one, if they even came out in there, even though that
No.
might have been like 2012. I was like, I don't think you would own that movie. I'm trying to think of like comedy crime.
Mhm.
I'm gonna need. Let's go with plot again. Let's see if I get any lucky with plot.
Ooh, plot's different from tagline. So plot is
Let's do tagline. Tagline. Sorry.
okay. Tagline is this the face of a sucker?
Is this the face of a sucker?
Mhm.
So there's a single protagonist then, who is trying to solve the crime or whatever, and it's a comedy.
Yeah.
In 2013.
Yep.
This is gonna be one of those things when I hear if I ask for actor one, I'm probably gonna get it right away.
100%. I'm
So
pretty sure.
let's go with actor two.
Actor 2 is Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy.
Mhm.
This isn't Spy, is it?
No.
No, I know she's in that. I don't know. I need actor one.
Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman. Okay. No, this isn't as easy as I thought it would be. 2013 Jason Bateman. This is not Horrible Bosses.
Mm-mm.
Melissa McCarthy was not in that.
Mm-mm.
Um,
I'm so sure you've seen this. Maybe you haven't. I'll feel terrible if you haven't.
I don't know if I have. Jason Bateman. That wouldn't be, but it's a crime. There's some type of crime that went on. Is this Identity?
Yeah, Identity Thief.
Okay, Identity Thief. That's what it is. I have not seen it. I have seen the cover. I know the cover. It has both of their faces like cut in half, like down the middle.
Yep.
I've seen. Okay.
That.
Yeah,
that was good.
I've seen the cover. Okay. I
would
see
love
it.
it.
I see it. I have not seen that movie.
Nicely done. Very proud of you. That was
There
good.
you go. All right. Hey, I got them without having to be revealed. There we go.
Beautifully done.
All right. Well, that was a fun thing. We've had it on the burner. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. That's something we've had. It's almost been a meme because we've always had it on the back burner to do something like this because sometimes you just don't know what's coming up. If somebody's not going to be as talkative as we hoped, or maybe we're like, we're kind of done. What can we do to fill the last 45 minutes here?
Yeah.
And that's what that was for. And we finally got to play some of it out for once. So
yeah.
So that I'm sure that was more fun for us, but I'm sure you guys enjoyed it as well. It's kind of a fun game. You guys probably got it before me. So hopefully you did. Kudos to you. Kudos to you. Apparently I need to see Identity Thief though. I have not seen Identity Thief.
You'd love it. It's great. It was worthy of being a 17 DVD. So
okay. All right.
Should put that on the Oprah scale.
That movie.
Just worthy of being one of the 17 DVDs.
Oh, being worthy of a 7. Yeah. That'd be like maybe an 8 out of 10. Something like that, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something
like
up there. Relatively high.
Yeah.
Okay. I think let's move on. You know, what typically when we do our podcast, our format is, you know, we say hello. We do our self intros, which we've already done. We kind of talk about stuff and then we talk about the guest. We're calling Arcade Parlor the guest today. And we talked a lot about Arcade Parlor. But you know what always comes next before we go any further? Video games. Video games always comes next. And we like to talk about what we're playing because, you know, this is Arcade Parlor after all. And let's talk about video games that we are playing. Ashley, is there any video games that you are playing that you want to talk about?
So I do. And honestly, I've been really trying to practice. Like I work so much. I stream so much. I just really don't give myself a lot of personal time. And I've been really trying the last couple of months to like practice like self-care in a way. Even if it's just like going to get my nails done, going out to see a movie, or gaming at night. And I was not gaming much offline for a very long time. I now make time for myself to game my own solo gaming every day. It's been very nice to play, like, something cozy in bed at night after a very hard day of working or working and streaming, and, so Switch 2 has come out. We've now had time to, like, acclimate to, like, the 3 games that came out for it, and, the one thing that, like, I saw that I was like, "I'm never gonna use that," is the Zelda app, the Zelda Notes app that they came out with, right? I was like, "Ugh, whatever, what is this?" I was like, "Cool, we can trade stuff in, a 7-year-old game. I can't wait to trade people for stuff in Breath of the Wild."
I'll give
Um,
you
but
apples for for your
um,
chilies or whatever. I don't know.
right. But let me just say, I went back to my original file of Tears of the Kingdom, because I had not 100% in my original, that I played on stream, and I've been working to 100% it, like, at night. I am using the Zelda app every time I play. One of the really cool things about it, it actually has like a Korok tracker on there for you. It'll track you in real time on your map, and it doesn't give you the exact location, but it kind of like gives you a roundabout, and you can follow yourself on the map, and it'll tell you which ones you've completed and which you haven't. And if you're someone who's like played a lot of these games a lot online, you'll probably know like that there are interactive maps for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom where you can tick off the Koroks you've gotten and the ones you haven't. And when you're collecting 900, 1,000 Koroks, it's very helpful, but it's built right into the app for you, which is so cool. And I actually have a bunch of friends who are replaying Tears of the Kingdom right now because the graphics are so, so beautiful on the new system that I've actually done the little trades with people, and it's very, very fun. It's super cool to like go in and be like, you know what, I need just a couple spaces like for weapons, and I really don't need these weapons, but they're good. Now I can send my friends like, here's a really sick bow, like here's a sick sword that I built. I was gonna drop it, and now I can give it to my friends, and they're giving me, diamonds, or they're giving me, like some kind of a precious metal or a star fragment or something that you need in the game. It's really cool. It's, like, it's instant, and you can, like, deposit and withdraw, and it's actually just brought, like, a really cool element to the game, honestly, and there's, like, more,
Hmm.
like if you're, like, really a Zelda nerd, there's, like, lore on the app, and it'll tell you, like, little stories about where you are, give you extra memories and stuff like that. Um, but honestly, like, so that's what I was doing until Bonanza came out. I'm like one of the last people I know who is playing the game who hasn't beat the game yet. I've watched quite a few streamer friends beat it, and it's just incredible. I won't spoil anything, of course. But I'm kind of doing like the side things at nighttime, like on my own time, just collecting. It's a big, big, big collectathon. If you're into that, it's not required in the game, but like I know a lot of people who have 100%ed it, and there's a lot of gems and different coins and gold that you can collect and stuff like that, and outfits. And I've just been at nighttime just like going absolutely nuts. Just like it's weirdly cozy because you can just kind of like smash and destroy anything in your world. And in a way, it's very cozy to just destroy everything. So that has been like my big like nighttime kind of game that I've been playing offline. Uh
Admittedly, I have not seen a lot of DK Bonanza by my own choosing because I do not own the game yet. I do have a Switch too.
Yet.
I do not own it yet, and I intend to play it. And I've been looking forward to it. I just have not had the opportunity to purchase it yet or find the time to do it. So I'm holding off a little bit, but I am greatly looking forward to playing it. It seems like a game that's definitely up my alley of something that fits with the current desire that I want for a game.
It's unga bunga enough,
Yeah,
and it's, like, open enough that you don't have to do all the collectathon stuff, and I think that it would, like you said, I think you would super enjoy it. It's just a game that it just screams like Poncho would enjoy this.
and it has
There's not a
apes.
lot of
Has
and it
apes.
has
I love a game with apes. I love a game
you
with
could wear your
apes.
Donkey Kong suit, you can
Apes.
wear the suit.
Yeah, apes, monkeys. You throw those in a game, I'm there.
All of 'em.
I'm there. I'm playing it. I love ape games. They're awesome.
Oh, Lord. Oh god. You have the suit to go right along with it.
Yes.
Online, I've been playing Grand Prix World 3, which is crazy. I am nowhere near the skill level to play this hack, but I'm 7 exits in. Never thought I'd get that far, but like when I first attempted it when it first came out, it took me 30 hours to beat 3 levels. I had just barely dipped my little toe in Kaizo. I didn't know what I was doing. I would like to announce that this time it took me 6, okay, to beat the first 3 levels. It took me 6 hours, okay? Give me my I got better, okay? I'm not gonna say I got good. I got better. Um, Still doing the SMW Kaizo, which has been awesome. Mixing in the Donkey Kong in there as well. Still doing my Ocarina of Time randos. I just did a 24-hour stream recently. Did an all sanity Ocarina of Time randomizer. I think it took me 27 hours total to beat the rando. Between the 24-hour stream and then another stream that I had to do to beat it, which was awesome. I love the challenge in it. And I just started a Zeldathon, which is literally every Zelda game ever released ever. I'm only on Zelda 2 right now. But I'm assuming it'll probably take me a couple of years. I'm not 100%ing everything. I will when I eventually get to Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, 100% those. 100% I will. But I will play the CDI games. I'm gonna play all the Game Boy games. I'm doing it all, and full back seating is allowed for everything except for Ocarina of Time. Don't you dare! And other than that, like it's been great. Link to the Past will be next. I know that's going to be a big fan favorite. Zelda 2's been tough for me, even though it's one of my favorite Zeldas. I do have a hard time with it, so I've been slow playing that one. But
what version of Link to the Past are you going to play? No, I'm sorry. When you get to Link's Awakening, what version?
Oh, I haven't decided yet. I do actually. The thing is, Link's Awakening DX, which is for the Game Boy Color, was my number 1 played Game Boy Color game ever. But
if I can throw my 2 cents in, it's got to be DX. I did the Switch version is very cute, very good, but something about DX, it just hits the nostalgia factor. Do what you will. If I can have any 2 cents, I would personally choose DX because that's when they added they added color for Game Boy Color, and then they also added because of color they added the color dungeons, right? That was all part of the expansion that was not available in the OG Game Boy Pocket game.
I am shocked to hear you say that because you absolutely love the art style of the new Link's Awakening.
I do like the chibi look, but there's a node of nostalgia that hits with the Game Boy look of the original game, which is where I spent my majority playing that originally.
Definitely my number 1 Game Boy Color game of all time is Link's Awakening DX.
That's one of those games that, like, next time I do play a Zelda game, I think I want to replay a Link's Awakening. The next time I ever do, I think that's the one I want to do. I don't know when that'll be.
Nothing that you say. You know why I believe nothing that you say? Because you said last year, wouldn't it be so cool? You said, I'll never play another Zelda game unless Nintendo was to make a top-down Zelda game in the style of Link's Awakening. And then what happened a couple months later?
Then they make Bed Simulator.
Nintendo came out with a top-down Zelda game in the style of Link's Awakening, and you didn't freaking play Echoes of Wisdom. What the heck? The heck?
Echoes of Wisdom does not interest me whatsoever. When I saw the direction they were going with, I was like, nope, I'm out. Give me.
I need to do a replay of that.
Okay, I haven't played Echoes of Wisdom, but don't they just let you play as Link at some point in that game? And
no,
isn't there like a spirit version of Link that you end up playing at some point with a sword?
Not really. I'm not going to spoil anything, but
okay. I don't know. I mean, you could spoil. I'm not playing it anytime soon. So
I'm thinking of our listeners, sir.
They made their peace if they're gonna play it at this point. I think.
I guess
it's like 2 years old.
It was really good. I enjoyed that game very, very much. I'm looking forward to doing a replay of it during Zeldathon, whenever that may be.
Yeah,
I think that's it for me though. As far as like what I'm playing right now, that's. Oh wait, really quick before I end. We just recently had a Nintendo Direct just a couple of days ago. It was the Partner Direct. Very snooze fest.
The Direct that can just be an email, a tweet. That's what Partner Directs are to me.
Honestly, besides the fact that everyone was hoping for something Silk Song, which I'm so to the Hollow Knight fans, my heart is with you. I never played a Metroidvania before, but every time there's anything, I am hoping for Silk Song for you in the biggest way. Prage, but also Copium. But yeah, so during the last direct, they spent over a minute on a game called Chillin' by the Fire. And when I tell you it looked like you did in this game was build a fire, I was like, what are they doing right now? What are they doing? Spending over a minute on this. Um, so I was intrigued and I looked it up and it came out Thursday. Today's Saturday. So a couple days ago, this game was same day release. They had the nerve to charge $15 for this game. I think Hollow Knight costs $8 or something like that, and this was a $15 game. So what did I do for the people? I bought the game. I made a little scene for my stream in a tent. I put you in there, Ponch. You were babysitting the dogs in the tent. Thank you for that. I had plain old Trey in there, former podcast guest. It was great. And when I tell you, it's literally like you put logs on a fire, tend to your fire, and roast marshmallows, and that's all you do. That's the whole
That's
game.
it.
That's it. But you know what? We made it really fun on the stream, of course. If you like burnt marshmallows and not a whole lot else, may I recommend to you Chillin' by the Fire, the newest game for the Nintendo Switch 2, out now.
The only game that I've played that has marshmallow roasting in it, which, you know what, you're done, right? You're done talking about
Yes,
the
sir.
games you're actually playing. Okay, I'll talk about this one. I'm not actively playing it, but I did play it with a friend, two friends, I should say, offline. The only game I can think of, and it actually does have marshmallow roasting in it, is Peak, a game called
I've heard of
Peak.
this.
Yep, I'm sure a lot of people here have heard of it. It blew up. I don't know if it's as big as it was. There seems to be a vein of multiplayer games that blow up for a month and then everybody forgets about it, and then the next one comes along, right? And I think this is one of them. It is pretty fun though. It's just first person climbing to the top. The map resets every 24 hours. But when you get to the top, of each biome before you have to go climb the next area, there's a bonfire at the top with marshmallows. And you go roast your marshmallows, and if you roast it to the perfect golden, you get full health. If you burn it, you will hurt yourself. So you regain your health, your stamina, you get rid of all status effects if you roast it perfectly golden.
What?
And it's pretty easy. It's one of those things you just watch the bar fill up once, 2, 3, and then you eat it. But if you hold it a fourth time, it turns black, and then you eat it and it hurts you. It's a goofy game. I would just say it's hard to explain. It's multiplayer. You have to play it with vicinity chat enabled. You don't go into it with a Discord call. Don't go into it with whatever type of Xbox calling or PlayStation calling, party calling, whatever it is. Play with the in-game chat. I think it's only PC actually. So play with the in-game chat because it has proximity chat is the better term for it, and you can only hear when you're close to each other. And there's nothing more fun than when your friend's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go over here by himself," and then he's getting more faint, and it's like you hear, and he starts like falling, and then he gets more faint, and then his mic just cuts out.
Oh, that's funny. Oh my god.
And then it's dead silent because they have to stay dead for like 1 or 2 minutes, and then suddenly they just float up as a ghost and they can talk to you again.
Oh my god, that sounds
hilarious.
Incredible.
It's hilarious. Highly recommend. Look it up on YouTube. It's only like an $8 game on Steam. Super fun. I don't know long term how big it's going to be, but the one thing that's kind of fun about it is it does have a 24-hour reset on the map that completely regenerates and builds, so it's always fresh. You have 24 hours to master the existing one, and then it's pretty fun.
Sounds like a good time.
Other things that I played offline a bit is there's a sequel that just came out into early access. I'm not playing the sequel, but the original Grounded.
Yeah.
I'm not normally into survival games because I don't really like that aspect of games, like collecting stuff to build things typically. But I think it's more the setting that I like of this one. Like you're just in the backyard in the grass. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, right?
Yeah.
And just the whole idea of it intrigues me, because your enemies are big ants, the wolf spider, stuff like there's nothing more deadly than the wolf spider. There's birds that you have to be careful of. There's something about it that's it's more the setting. It's more the setting that is exciting to me. Just I don't know. It's unique. It's fun. You're a kid who got shrunk. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know you were playing that offline. That's an interesting one for you. But if it's not like required collectibles, I could see you liking that.
Yeah. The other game and this is something more recently, because it actually blew up again recently, is Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
Anybody who knows me, I don't typically enjoy online shooters because they're too competitive and I can't keep up with them. I don't have the reaction time that the kids do. But Battlefront 2, it's so low stakes. You die, you're spawned back in within 10 seconds, and you're back out in the field fighting. It's so low stakes. It's a giant team effort. Sure, you can have your own rankings within the team, but it's all team effort. If your team stinks, or it's not really your fault that you're losing or anything like that. And it's just kind of fun to be a stormtrooper. The game came out in 2017. It looks better than a lot of AAA games today. And I've just been kind of booting it up, when I have time in the evenings and kind of playing, just playing Star Wars. And it's fun. It's low stakes. It's just like, whatever, who cares? I'll go and kill some droids, die a million times. And like I said, it's low stakes. So it's just like, you can't get mad. You can't get mad because it's like, and you don't get the blood pressure of like, you're the only one surviving. Their whole team's waiting on you, stuff like that. It's just kind of like whatever. It's just a lot of fun. Just a lot of fun.
Sounds like a good time.
And then two other things, more online. Been replaying Lies of P, which is if anybody, I think most people here probably know. It's a Souls-like based in Pinocchio lore. You play as Geppetto's puppet. They don't name you, but you're just called Geppetto's puppet. And it's a Souls-like that is better than some of the actual Souls games themselves, in my humble opinion. Better than some From Software games. And we're DLC came out for that a couple months ago, and I'm just getting a fresh playthrough with a different build going into that DLC eventually. We're about, I don't know, like 70% through the base game again. So we're getting there. And then the final thing is previous guest Waffle Smacker assisted with building and getting it out to the public, a game called Iron Mario 64, which I've been doing not every night. It's not the primary thing. It's just something I supplement Liza P with right now. And it's it's a lot of people know this one too. It's Mario 64. You have to base game, get 70 stars, no death, no damage, fully randomized. Every time you jump to a painting, you don't know which level you're going to get. And the stars are randomized, the enemies are randomized, and it's just a lot of garbage that in a way that I like.
Yeah.
Pure garbage.
I did Iron Mario a couple months back, and it had been the first time I had touched a 3D Mario since SM64 in 1998. I had not played a 3D Mario. I've never played any other 3D before. And it is just absolute jank, and it's hilarious, and you just kind of like go in and you have no idea if something's gonna just insta kill you. And they had just come out with Iron Mario Light, which actually gives you 3 lives. But true Iron Mario is one hit and your game completely resets. It is so fun and so funny. But there's like a lot to learn in SM64, like kind of like which levels are like the easier ones, and like the different like things that can instantly kill you. And I told you months ago that you would enjoy this. I really thought you would like it just because of the buffoonery of it, and just like how jank and silly it just seemed like something that would just totally be a Poncho Taco challenge.
It'll also quickly show you how little you know of Super Mario 64.
Yep.
You'll be like, I don't know what to do. But it's a pretty good time. It's complete garbage. but in the way that I enjoy. So I've been doing that a little bit, supplementing the Lies of P playthrough. That's been a lot of fun. That's been a lot of fun. So I think that concludes what we're playing now. Let's look to the future a little bit. Like we said, Arcade Parlor. This is the final episode. In case you made it this far and somehow are still not aware, this is the final episode of Arcade Parlor. And you know what? You might be like, well, what's the future? You know, we hear you once a week here. We see you on streams and stuff. Like, what do you guys got going on? Like, do you have future plans? Future endeavors, projects that are kind of cool. Ashley, why don't you go ahead?
I would love to. For me, I stream full time. I don't plan to stop at least for the next couple of years. We'll see what happens. I'd love to stream for as long as the people will have me. I'm thankful to have done this, and my goals right now are to beat Grand World 3, no matter how long it takes me. Ponch, I think it took you 222 hours to beat?
222 hours and 31 minutes.
I am gonna project for myself it's gonna take me 1,222 hours to beat. But you know what? If it does, I'm gonna do it no matter what. Same thing with Zeldathon, even if it takes me, because I only stream four times a week on my regular channel, and I have other games that I have to play. So sometimes I'm only doing Zeldathon once a week, but I do plan to beat every Zelda game ever made. No matter what system it was on, or including like Cadence of Hyrule in there and the CDI games. I will beat every Zelda game ever made.
And I could easily see you every once in a while, special occasions, be like, hey guys, guess what? Zelda week's coming up, and it's just a whole thing just to keep pushing through Zelda and stuff.
Write that down.
Write that down. I mean, that's just one of those things. It's a project every once in a while. It's, hey, let's get a bunch of Zelda in there. I could easily see that being future stuff. It'd be fun.
I literally just got 2 more Zelda tattoos in the last couple months. Like, I just love Zelda so much. I plan something for next year. I plan to do is actually play every 3D Mario game ever. That'll probably be like next summer. I'll get some Zelda content under my belt, but I think that next year, one thing I would like to do, if I had a nickel for every time, play Mario Odyssey. You'll love it. Mario Sunshine. Like, I get it. I'm gonna play those all next year. I think that'd be something super cool that I would love to dive into. I also have been, and I'm sure you'll comment on for yourself, but I've been really trying to dabble more into YouTube content. Like, I put out a YouTube short every single day. Not every week, every day I put a YouTube short out. But I have some long form content that I've been working on coming out, like long forms of like clears for ROM hacks and different other things that I've done on stream. And I'd like to start releasing maybe like one long form video a week. Again, it's a lot of work to put in, but I just I'd like to try to grow, my YouTube channel a little bit more, and see what I can make of it. So that's like my big plans for my future right now.
As for me, I'm still streaming on Twitch. Short term, I'm continuing Lies of P. There is more to come on there. Eventually down the line here, there's some stuff coming. As for just other things I have going on, I have recently been doing some YouTube exclusives that are of games that I've never played on Twitch before. I've never played online in any capacity. So you can go over to the YouTube channel, and I am putting up exclusive videos on there that have nothing to do with Twitch. It's just an entirely own endeavor out there. Just something fun. I'm a big fan of narrative driven games, and narrative driven games don't often work well in a streaming environment, where if somebody missed a stream, they're going to have no idea what's going on in this game. Nothing's going to make sense. But hey, if you can record it, have it archived exclusively over there, people can catch up whenever they want. So I have quite a few game series lined up for that I think people are going to enjoy, that are often requested me on stream, but it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. There's some games that streamers just don't play because they know it's gonna be a channel killer. And a lot of people may not understand that, but some of them work better for pre-recorded rather than live. So some of that, so I'm starting that over there, and there are future endeavors of playthroughs going on over there that I think people are gonna like. I think people are gonna enjoy it. Yeah, that's future plans.
It's been very fun to watch your the first one that you're doing right now, the first playthrough you're doing offline.
Yeah. It's odd. It's weird. I won't lie. It's weird
Right?
talking to not a live audience.
I can't imagine.
But yeah, it looks very much like a Twitch stream. My camera is done differently on there. More cinematic placement and stuff like that. That just fits it better. But yeah, it's odd. It's odd, but it's fun. It's fun. Playing through games in my backlog that I just don't have time. And this is a perfect avenue to do that.
I have some wishes for you for your future streams.
Okay.
As we're ending today. I've literally watched you grow up from your first stream, from baby Paunch to now. I've been probably in every stream since the beginning. I've missed maybe a stream or two in the last like 4 years. I remember one time I went to a wedding and I had you on my phone. But just for you for your future, I like you have one of those iconic streams where like you've just had so many people who have been there from the beginning who are still there now. It's really cool to see. And as you grow and as new people come in and everything, I just really like hope that whatever you do on stream, is beneficial to you and your family, and that you just keep enjoying it as like a hobby that you get to have. And your wife is such an incredible person, and I love her to death. She's one of my dearest friends, and that she like is supportive of this avenue. She's been so supportive of the podcast, and I know you involve her in like every decision that you do. And I just hope that it, as you continue to make content, as your girls grow, that it's it's something that continues to bring you joy in your life. I also hope that you will play Echoes one day. I hope that you will beat Tears of the Kingdom one day, and I can't wait till the day that you finally play Dark Souls 2.
Oh boy. Dark Souls 2. I have been thinking about it lately, but then I've also been thinking about Dark Souls 1 lately, and then I've also been thinking about XYZ lately. So I don't know. That's a tall order. Dark Souls 2, revisiting that one. No, but going back a little bit. A lot of this is not possible without if you're married or have a family of anywhere. It's not possible without having support from your wife, your husband, whatever. And yeah, if she wasn't there supporting in this way, obviously this wouldn't be happening. But absolutely, I'm eternally grateful that she is supportive of these goofy antics that happen over here or on Twitch or whatever. Very, very much appreciative of her working with me on that, and being always being there to support me in whatever way.
Yeah,
100%. I think one thing we can talk about is you and I have something to. Let's do it in calendar order. We have two things. We have two things.
Two things to reveal to you today.
Yep. Number one, this October. That's in 2 months. Mark your calendars. We're going to be doing some collaborations for scary stuff.
Oh, we're back, baby.
Yep. We have 2 games in particular that we're going to bounce between amongst each other's streams. One game that'll be exclusive to Ashley's stream. One game that'll be exclusive to my stream. And I think you're both. I'm sorry. I think everybody here is going to enjoy both of them very much, but that's going to be coming up in October. So get your spooky pants on, extra pair of underwear, whatever you need, because it's going to get spooky and scary. We have some fun cooperative semi-cooperative one of them. The other one fully cooperative playthrough plans that we have coming through here that I think you guys are all going to enjoy. And well, I talked about that one. That's sooner. Ashley, do you want to talk about the other one?
Y'all, if you remember, last January was an iconic stream. I got on a plane. I flew to Michigan. And Poncho and I did a live stream together that we so lovingly called Ponchly. It was iconic. The first time we had ever met in real life. We did a bunch of gaming and very silly things and things that we surely should never ever repeat, like eating disgusting jelly beans and hot jelly beans. We were sweating our butts off from it.
Old fish in dirty dishwater.
Dirty dishwater, I'll never forget. It changed me as a person. That jelly bean changed, and the one you ate, oh my god, but the barf one, Poncho, you turned green. I'm not even kidding. I never understood the expression "they turned green" until that day.
I have I've never turned sick from anything in my mouth. That was the closest I've ever gotten.
I can officially tell you all, Ponchly 2 coming this winter.
No date yet, but it is this winter. We're working on the details there, and we'll have more for you in the nearish future.
Tune into the streams. We will give you guys more information on this, but it is official. Ponchly is coming back, y'all. We are going to be, ending the podcast, but Ponch is stuck with me. Ponch and his family are stuck with me. I ain't letting him go that easy, y'all. So we have a couple of really awesome collaborations coming in October for some really spooky content. We collabed last year in October, did Resident Evil in such a way that I've never seen two other people collab, and I was so proud of how you set that up, Poncho. It was so incredible, and I can't wait to do it again and fly back up to Michigan. I'm so glad I'm doing it again in the winter. I can't wait for the.
It's always the winter, yeah.
I know, it just works out that way. But Ponchly 2 coming to a screen near you in winter.
I think it's because in the winter we have nothing better to do.
I know,
all just
right?
inside anyway, so I guess we'll do something like this.
I know. Oh Lord. Yeah. I can't wait though. I can't wait. There's just, I'm excited that even though we're ending this journey, that we at least have a couple things on the calendar where we get to collab again.
Absolutely. Yep. So keep that in mind, everybody. October, 2 horror themed events going on. One that will be exclusive to my channel, one exclusive to Ashley's channel, but it'll feature both of us at all times. So 2 separate games that I think everybody will fully enjoy. These are one in particular is one that is very dear to my heart that I enjoy. And the other thing will be entirely new to us, both entirely 100%. So we are looking forward to it. As this is coming up on the 2-hour mark here. This is how long our normal episodes are. I think we're actually a little over. I think we are a little over. But before we go, backing up just a little bit, you gave me some well wishes. And I would, and I thank you for that. And at the same time, I was thinking, okay, we got to talk about October Punch. So we got a whole bunch of stuff. Let me return the favor just a little bit. Okay. Let me return the favor just a little bit. Back when we first started, we were our own little old Twitch channels and stuff like that. But as time has gone on, things have obviously changed since 2022 in September, right? Yeah. Things have changed quite a bit. So congratulations on, of course, being partnered during that time. And as you're working towards you're very close to YouTube partnership, make sure you're checking out Ashley's long form YouTubes that are coming out. That helps with YouTube partnership. Do it for both of us. Check out everybody's YouTube. Watch it all the way through. Leave comments. Thumbs ups, watch the entire duration if you're able to, please do. That helps with everything, the algorithm, the goals that everybody has here in mind, of course, too. But again, well wishes to you, of course. I mean, we're not leaving. But as you continue to grow, well wishes to you as well in all your endeavors. I know right now you're focused on the YouTube that's coming up very soon with some new stuff. I know you just had you just put up a longerish form one just this past week as well of clips that people have enjoyed over the time. So go check that one out. And then also any future ones as well. Please do if you're listening.
Thanks, Punch.
With that said, this is episode 33, guys. 3 full years. 3 full years of podcasting. A lot of hard work went into this. Over the 3 years, we could not be more proud of the product that was released here. The episodes, we are going to leave them online on the RSS feeds in your apps for an extended amount of time. So you'll still be able to listen to them in your podcast apps. These will also all be available on YouTube in the future and never removed because YouTube leaves things archived forever. So even when we decide to unsubscribe, with the recurring fees of hosting this on the RSS feeds and everything, they will always be available on YouTube forever for revisiting and enjoyment over there. But this is episode 33. This is the goodbye of Arcade Parlor. Ashley, it's been an absolute pleasure.
I have often said that I'm sorry, I'm trying so hard not to cry. I have often said that that podcasting has been the joy of my life, and I just want to thank you for inviting me to do this with you 3 years ago and having me on for all these 3 years. And thanks for every memory and for my channel. I say often that my channel will be nothing without Pancho Taco. He taught me how to have a schedule. He helped me make sure that everything runs correctly, and I often say my life would not run without you. So thank you for letting me be part of this journey with you. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for the two of us, my friend.
100%. With that said, this has been Arcade Parlor. We'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sonic still sucks.
Wow, bye.